Welcome back to the channel. I am Poetry, and we are going to be updating our duck pool water garden fertilization system. Woo, let's go. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, y'all ready to rock and roll? Let's get it. Ooh, I see an egg down there. Ooh, I can't touch it right now, but I see it. This is the initial pool that we use for our duck pool garden fertilization system. But there are some areas that need to be tweaked in it, and that is what we are going to do. One of the few issues that we're having, which is not really an issue, but we definitely can make it better, is each time that we go to drain this duck pool water, we have to take the stopper in and out. So we're going to install a permanent pool that has a permanent plumbing system for our garden fertilization system. We do have plumbing installed, but again, each time we go to fill up a bucket, we have to put the sink stopper back in. The next system that we do is going to have a new pool in here, and it's going to have a permanent plumbing system that all we have to do is turn this on and the water will flow out without having to put that stopper in and out. All right, we'll just shut off the valve. Y'all waiting on some more water? I got you, I got you. For those of you new to the channel, welcome. This is our homestead here in Florida, and we also have some off-grid land over in Nevada that we will be going to here in 1 month. So this duck water that we just drained out of the pool, we use this to fertilize our garden. So we're gonna take this duck water over to the garden and get those fertilized. Hey rabbits, top of the morning, eh? We'll get some of this duck water into this pepper plants. And we'll get some into these tomato plants. We'll really try to just pour that into the soil, not onto the actual plant. And duck water is a cold manure, so you can pour it right in there. We watch a lot of Alaskan, Canada, Siberian channels, and we're just wowed by it, that it's still cold and it's still snowing there. We're here in Florida, it's like 100-something degrees with humidity. Some people haven't even been able to start their gardening yet in those areas, but here it's so hot, we're actually starting to wind down our spring and summer garden, and we're gonna start working on our fall gardens. We'll be watching those Alaska channels, and they'll be like walking in snow. We're like, what? It is straight hot here. Crazy, man. Oh, we need to take this compost from the house and put it in here. This thing is heavy. We'll get this top off of here. Yippee! Oh, there's a lot of stuff in here. Oh, goodness. Ooh, hey, let's go. Bloop, 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 bloop. That's real composting for you. Look at the ducks. I think they know they're getting a new pool. The other issue that we're having with this pool, and this is probably the main issue, is this pool is not meant for heavy animals. When we first got it, it was pretty much the ducks that were going in here, but at night the chickens are roosting on the edge of this pool, and the edges are curling up. They're bending down. Sometimes this pool will be like way down here. Matter of fact, you can see how easy that goes down, and that's just my hand resting on it. So when the chickens are roosting on it, it's bending it down. So we're gonna pull this pool out of here. This is the last time that this pool goes in here. We're gonna put a more sturdy pool in here. The next pool that we put in here, it is going to be flush mounted. The ducks will be able to just walk walk right in here and it won't be much for those chickens to be able to roost on here. So we're gonna pull this out for the last time, get it cleaned out, and I'll kind of give you a closer view of what these edges are looking like on this pool. In order to get water up to our chicken coop area, we have to route a lot of hose. This is the first hose, this green one. This is about 100 foot. When we go get our eggs, this is our daily hike through the woods. Then we're coming up on the second hose. Chick crossing. We're still on the second hose. Oh, no, it's third. That's third. Oh, no, that was second. Here's the third. What's up? What y'all see? And then here's the other hose. Boom. All right, let's get one of these buckets. Let's see if that'll fit there. Even though we won't be using this pool anymore, there's some good stuff in this pool we need to still get out. This is liquid gold right here. We want to get everything. We want to get all that to the last drop. Let's see if we can get this leaned up. Oh yeah. See if we can get all that rinsed in there. We want to get all this good stuff out of here. That stuff can go in the garden. So we're going to get that rinsed out. It would help if I turn the water on. All right, water is on now. It might take a minute for it to come out though. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So here's a close-up of what we're dealing with right here. The ducks, or the chickens, will sit on this and they'll curl the edges. You can kind of see where that one's a little bent right. That's got a little bend in it right there, but the whole edge will curl up and they'll sit on it, and just see how easy that's just my hand. And they'll sit on it, and you get about 5, 6, 10 chickens sitting on this, and it just bends, and sometimes the water will try to come out. So we got a more sturdy pool that will go in here. We're also going to see if we can try and salvage this sink drain right here. It's a really good one. It has a lot of good caulking in there though. I think it's 100% silicone, or whatever it's called. So hopefully it did its job. But with that said, we're going to see if we can kind of salvage it. If not, we're going to have to get another one. Oh, there's some duck water in this bucket right here. Forgot about that. So we'll get that in here and get this into the garden too. We're preparing our garden for the fall season, so we're just going to pour this duck water right in here and let that get all into that soil. These doors open. Before we start working here and start demoing here, there is chick poop in here. So we're gonna give this a good pressure wash and get this all cleaned out. We'll pressure wash the deck, and we're going to pressure wash the stairs over here. There's that egg we was talking about earlier. Let me get that. The deck is pressure washed, the stairs are pressure washed. We're gonna let this dry. We're gonna let underneath here dry before we get down there. And then we're gonna figure out what our next steps are on this build. While this is drying, we need to do one other thing. Oh, we're gonna need some of this screen. Oh, definitely tape measure. Screws. And I know we got some snips up here somewhere. Ah, yeah. Snips. I feel like there's one other thing. Oh, hello. We need a drill. Ooh. Sorry, y'all. Hey. We need to block this area off right here because we got to take a few of these deck boards out right here. And we don't want the ducks walking up and then boom, they falling on the ground because there's nothing here. So we're gonna block this area off, make sure we keep the animals safe, and then we'll move forward from there. All right, we'll get this rolled out. All right. Okay. All right, if we can get this first screw in here. Oh, please tell me this ain't too tall. I mean, to be honest, it don't really matter, but, well, bruh, it does. We gotta pull this back out. I didn't realize this was so tall. Gotta cut it to size. Let's try this again. We got the right size, I think. We try to make sure y'all are good, y'all don't fall through. We don't need many screws in this, just enough to keep them from getting in here. Oh, I almost forgot. We got a lot of screws to take out. I think that's the wrong bit. We can salvage these screws too. You can never have too many screws. How's your day going? Good. Yeah, what are you up to? Nothing much, just chilling. Yeah. Okay. How about you? Very good. Were you, didn't you just get an album in? Didn't you just get an album in, or no? Yeah, the other day, yeah, I did. How was it? It was really good. Oh, very cool. I have to rinse these boards off, but they are definitely salvageable. Yeah. All right, we're gonna have to get in here. All right, we need to cut this out. All this wood here is pressure treated, but there's some gunk on here, so we're gonna see if we can rinse that off. We're just trying to get that gunk off of there. Ooh, we'll get this pipe off of here. I think I feel rain. Oh, come on. Oh, you're kidding me, right? No, come on, baby. All right, we got another drill and a shorter bit. It's always a screw or a bolt, and that's always the last one that causes the most issue. Nah, dude. How did we get that in there? We must always screw this in before we put this in, and I don't really want to cut this off. Wait, let's go ahead and get it off. Let's take the time and go ahead and do it right. I might have one other solution. We gotta get this off real quick. Easy peasy. All right, we'll just hand crank it out. All that for that. That's right, we put some adhesive on this. We only need 2 of these boards for this build, but we do want to salvage this wood right here. So we're just kind of cleaning them up, and then we're going to put them up on our wood rack. We pressure washed them earlier, but we're just getting the edges where it didn't get to. These 3 joists right here, this one, this one, this one, these are gonna come out of here. It's gonna need a stronger support frame system, so we're gonna take these out. What we did realize is that we put that screen in, but when we took the deck boards out, the ducks and the chickens, they're, at least the chickens, not the ducks, they can't get up here, but the chickens are gonna try to perch on here. So while we're trying to figure out this build, we're gonna put those deck boards back on here. They're just gonna rest on here just to prevent those chickens from getting in here and dirtying this up while we're building it. We just rinse these boards off so they can actually be drying in here. We're really only gonna use 2 of these deck boards for the new system. Look, see there's a chicken down there trying to get up there already. Oh yeah, we were doing preventive maintenance. Once we get the new pool in, we're gonna have to redo this whole plumbing system. We kind of wanted to tweak it a little bit anyway, so this will give us a chance to get it how we really want to. We'll definitely keep this right here. We like this, but this will have to shift down. That new pool is gonna be flush mount, so it's gonna sit deeper, and so I'm sure our plumbing system will come down a bit. And we'll get this closed up. Ain't no way them chickens can get in here now, at least for now. We're gonna take out these 3 joists right here. We'll just pull this out as far as we can, and then we'll worry about cutting it later. We're cutting these 2 boards down the sides. These are gonna start the framework to help support the pool. Pocket hole in both ends of these. For the boards that we just cut, we're gonna mark the spots where we need to install those at. And we're getting our pocket screws set in each hole. This was the old temporary duck pool. Flimsy as can be. Plumbing system was not fully connected even though it worked. And that was why we were able to pull this in and out. It is not meant for the daily rigorous activity that goes on our homestead. And so it was a good temporary pool, but it's not meant for long-term use. And so that is why we're upgrading. This is actually what is called a stock tank. And as you see, it is way deeper and this thing is firm. This is gonna be a lot better for what we really need to be. And this is gonna be permanent. When we install the plumbing system, this is not coming out. It's gonna be an all-in-one fixture system. So all we have to do is drain the plug, turn that ball joint, and all of our water can come out. If we wanna stop it, we're just gonna have to turn the ball joint, and that's good. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get this put in there. We got our initial 2 boards in there, so this should be able to rest on top nice and easy. And you can already see that it is flush mounted, so the ducks are gonna be able to walk right up those stairs and boom, they can go into that pool. We have supports on the sides, but we also need to add some supports on this front lip and the rear lip. So we got some boards cut out here. We're gonna slide this under here. We cut 4 of these at 45-degree angles on each end, and we're gonna screw them in. They're also gonna help support this duck pool.
Oh no! Ask the duck to hand that to you.
Can you get that, Mr. Duck? He said, sure thing.
He said, yep. I could climb in there and get it.
Oh, I can reach down right there.
Oh, you can? Okay.
Yeah, these chickens been trying to figure out how to get in here.
They're watching you like, I know you're doing something. Yeah, that's the female right there. You can tell the female, their wings hang down.
Oh, wow. Oh, and the ducks?
Uh-huh. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna love this.
Oh, they're waiting to take a bath.
Yeah, they're looking like, hey, man.
So you see how dirty they are? You see how dirty they are?
Yeah, dude. Look at them, they're like ready. I know, I am so sorry. We're gonna get y'all straight.
So they were all on those perches?
Yeah,
so
they were on
glad
the actual perches.
finally.
For real. All right, the framework for the top is done. We can put this pool in. Boom, look at that.
It's like a glow. It's so cute.
Hey. We got the flush mount pool installed. The framing is in there up top, but this is not gonna hold this up. Once this is full of water and you have ducks going in here, it's gonna make this quite heavy. So we need to make support up underneath. So we're gonna have to crawl in this space down here and get to work on that. All right, we gotta go up underneath here to work on this framework. Every time we come in and out of here, we're gonna have to pull this tarp out because these chickens are gonna poop on it if we don't. We'll cut 2 pieces here. They're gonna help to give this a little bit extra support. We don't have to have it, but it's a lot of water in there, plus the weight of the ducks. We're way at the back of the land right now, and it's raining. So I'm hoping it'll stop here soon because we got to get back up to the coop. So we're just attaching these pieces here. This will just help to give it a little bit more support. All right, we'll get this in here. We'll screw that in. We're using the same joist boards that we took out earlier, so these should fit. Make sure that's resting right on there. All right. All right, we got one more to... All right, let's get this pipe off of here. We're definitely gonna salvage this part right here because that's gonna go to the new system. And let's see if we can get this out of here. There we go. All right, we'll keep this handy. We took the pool out of the frame because we are going to drill a hole now for the sink strainer. They make these stock tanks very well made, and so looking at where we can put the sink strainer right here might be the best spot right here. We got to drill a 3.5-inch hole, and so this looks perfect, and it's perfect for us to extend our plumbing out as well. All right, once we get started, ain't no going back. Woo, that was quick. Goodness. All right, we'll get that flipped over. We have some 100% silicone. We're gonna line this edge here. Try and get a good amount on there. Come on. This tube literally busted. We do have another tube, but we got to get this out. And we don't want this leaking on the tub. So our tube literally broke. We're gonna jimmy rig this as long as we get the silicone on there. What we put on there with doesn't matter. But our tube actually broke. We had a backup one and nothing was coming out of that. As long as we get it on there, that's what matters. And try to do the best job we can. And when that smashes on there and we tighten that down, it'll spread this out even more. I'm gonna get some more over here and some more right there. We don't wanna leave no gaps. This might be slightly overkill, but it's okay, it'll all smash out. All right, and we're gonna put this right here. Yeah, we want that to leak out all around the edges. There we go. Fill them gaps in. We'll put this gasket on and the paper. And then we'll get that spun on. We're getting the deck boards installed around the pool, as this is a flush mounted pool with a deck around it. We initially said we only needed 2 of the original deck boards, but we have to correct that. We needed some of the other boards to cut out the smaller piece, and the smaller pieces are going to have rounded edges to go around the pool. We're using a jigsaw to get that cut out. While we're getting the last pieces of deck flooring in, we'll go ahead and get this stopper in the pool. And we're gonna go ahead and fill this up so we can test out, make sure we don't have any leaks. The ducks have been waiting patiently to get in here, so we're gonna go ahead and get this screen off of here and let them roam about the cabin. The ducks have been having so much fun in this pool. They got this easy access deck. Instead of it being raised, it's flush mounted. They're able to get in. And they've been splashing around. So we're gonna go down low and recheck. We checked it already, it's pretty dry down there. We're gonna go down here and check, make sure the bottom of that sink drain is dry. Then we're gonna start installing our plumbing. Oh yeah, around the edges, it is completely dry. That is good. So we're gonna go down here and start working on this plumbing. We have a 90-degree PVC elbow that we are going to screw directly onto the bottom of the sink drain. And then we're gonna attach this adapter that'll take the pipe to a 2-inch PVC. In here, some semen on there. And we get those joined together. Prime this end up. Ooh wee. Oh, you know what? Even though we got it primed, let's get this slipped into the pipe or we're gonna have an issue getting this in. Good thing we caught that now. That would have been terrible. There we go. Phew. Yeah, good thing we caught that, or we'd have to start this whole process again with a whole new piece of PVC. Prime it up with some glue, some cement. I keep calling it glue. Glue, cement, and we'll do the same thing in here. All right, now, get that all the way on there. Okay. That should line right up. Yep, twist. And we'll get in there. We're gonna have to get in there to tighten that up. All right, we'll get this tightened down. Because our pool is deeper and the bottom is lower, we're gonna have to dig a little bit of a hole in the ground so we can get our bucket up underneath this faucet. Hey, hey, hey. All right, we're about to test this out. Now we do have the strainer plug inside of this tub. Technically we don't need that. It does act as a second barrier for keeping this tub plugged up. So we're gonna pull that, we're gonna make sure that this is closed and there should not be any backflow. Now we just gotta remember where we put that. Ooh, it's a little deeper than these gloves. Almost, we got to get some big gloves. Oh, dude, let me see if I can pull up on it. All right, there should be no leakage. All right, so this is working good. So the water went down in the drain, but all this is holding good and tight. So we're gonna do a test run and fill this bucket up and then shut off this ball joint. Hey, woohoo. Now it's not as dirty as normal because we just put this in there. All right, we're gonna shut that off. Checking it out. Everything is looking good. Oh my goodness. So we can just now we don't have to keep going back and forth in there with the strainer trying to stop this up. We can just use this ball joint for what it was made for, and that is turning on and off this water. That is excellent. Whew. Man. All right. We're gonna fill up this bucket and put that same amount we just took out back in there. We just pulled in from camping and there must have been a storm while we were gone. This huge branch right here fell down and it looks like it snapped off from this branch right here. And it looks like it hit right here and snapped. You can see where it chewed up the wood right there. We were out on the road traveling and camping and one of our subscribers noticed us in the produce section at Walmart. So we want to give a shout out to you and your two boys. Thank you so much for watching and it was really nice meeting you all. We've had our ducks now for a couple of months ever since they were baby ducks. While we were building this elevated duck pool garden fertilization system, we saw a white egg down underneath. Well, normally our eggs are brown and some of the newer chickens are going to be laying green and bluish eggs, but we've never seen a white egg. So as I'm picking this egg up, I'm like, wait a minute, we don't normally get white eggs. Our ducks are now officially laying eggs. This is crazy. We're so used to brown farm fresh eggs that seeing these eggs took us by surprise. So we're like, wait a minute, we don't get these kind of eggs, but yeah. Not only are we getting chicken eggs here, we're also getting duck eggs. Here's a chicken egg, and there is a duck egg. The ducks have been swimming around in here for a couple of days now, and this is exactly how we want it, nice and murky. We were out traveling and camping. I didn't get a chance to get some longer gloves, so we'll have to do that soon because this water is deep. That's the good stuff right there. Liquid gold. Ooh. We have both chickens and ducks on our land. And here are reasons why you should add ducks to your homestead and off-grid lands. As you saw earlier, duck eggs are larger than chicken eggs. And the shell of the duck egg is a lot harder than the chicken egg. Chicken eggs are definitely easier to crack open than the duck eggs. Chickens and ducks are really great for pest control because chickens like to scratch for their food. Areas such as this, you're definitely able to see where they're turning up the soil, they're turning up this straw, as they're looking for their pests and bugs. The ducks are a lot easier on the land than for chickens. As you see, the chickens are kind of turning this up. Duck eggs provide a higher concentration of healthy fats and proteins compared to chickens. When it comes to herding ducks and chickens, chickens are way harder than ducks. Chickens, you'll find them anywhere and everywhere on the land. And if you try to catch one, prepare to get your track shoes on. Ducks are way easier to herd. They're way easier to manage if you're trying to get them, from one place to another. Initially, we had to train our ducks to go into this coop at night because they really just wanted to hang outside all day, all night. But we have predators such as raccoons, possums, coyotes, and hawks out here. And so we have to make sure that they get into this coop at night. And in the daytime, we let all of our chickens and all of our ducks roam free, and they're all pasture raised. When it comes to herding our ducks and trying to get them to where we kind of want them to go, we really just have to walk behind them and they'll just walk single file line. And normally they stick together just like this. Can ducks be messy? Yes. But most homestead and off-grid animals, they're gonna come with some kind of mess. Even these cute rabbits can come with lots of poop and manure. But that's why we collect all of our rabbit manure here as well. Other than this area right here, our ducks are pretty clean. And we were able to localize their mess right here in this garden fertilization system. Our #1 reason why every homestead should have ducks is for gardening. If you're gardening, thinking about gardening, or already gardening, duck manure is an excellent enhancement for any garden. Ducks poop, and they poop a lot. Matter of fact, they're probably pooping while we're talking right now. Duck manure is called the liquid gold of all manures. Duck manure has nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus, and because it's a cold manure, you can pour it directly into your soil, which naturally fertilizes your garden. And if ducks are gonna poop, you might as well use as much of it as possible while supplies last. When we started adding duck water to our garden beds, it was a game changer. Our plants and veggies just shot up. Our vegetables were a lot bigger. They're healthy, they were greener, and our plants just really shot up and they're full and vibrant. Ducks love water, and with our duck water garden fertilization system, nothing goes to waste. All of this water that they're playing in, they are pooping in. And then we take that duck water, open up the pipe, and instead of that water being wasted onto the ground, we take the duck water, as you've seen, and pour it straight into our garden. The ducks have had plenty of time to muddy up this duck pool, so we're gonna go ahead and get that drained out and get it straight into the garden. Thank you so much for watching Lanil Havenland Life. Oh my goodness, we're gonna need a new canopy. That rain wasn't no joke.